review of the Powermadd mirrors. As you can see right here, got them on my bike. I've had them on here for 2 or 3 years now, so I think I'm qualified to do a good review of them. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is installation. So one of the questions that I get online a lot is, can you use them with other handguards, or do you have to use the Powermadd handguards? Well, check it out. I've got Acerbis handguards here, and I was able to make them work. It took a little bit of work, but it wasn't too bad at all. So basically, it has one main bolt right here, and behind that, there's a spring. Maybe you can see it there. And so the way it's designed to function is you would have just that main bolt in there, and then you could flip the mirror outboard or inboard, and it even has these little grooves that click in to the Powermadd handguards. Well, I do not have Powermadd handguards. So I put the main bolt in, I drilled a hole through the plastic, and they did not sit at an angle where I could see anything. So I drilled another hole, and I put an extra little bolt in. So this little bolt right here is the extra one that I put in. So then they sit nice. They do not fold in and out like the originals did, but honestly, I don't feel like I need to fold them in and out. They work pretty well. So the next thing is, how do they work? Well, they are very, very convex. You have a nice curve on them. You can see there, a nice curve. What that means is your field of view is really, really good, but things that are far away are not so good. So that's the trade-off that you get with them. They're kind of small. You have to position them just right. If you like to run your levers way down and your handguard way down, then you're not going to see anything out of them. They have to be a little bit flat. So basically, when I'm in traffic, most of the time I just ride around in traffic normally, right? And they work fantastic. There are no blind spots around you. You have no blind spots to your sides. I still do my shoulder checks because scooters around here hide really well. But the reality is they work really well in traffic. You can see everything that's around you, and you can see cars that are behind you. Now, where you run into issues is if you intend to go on the highway. Now, I pretty much never go on the highway because this bike, as you can see, is not meant for the highway. It's very, very annoying on the highway, uncomfortable, and rattles you to death. It's a dirt bike, basically, supermoto. So I never go on the highway, but sometimes I need to for short stints, and in those situations, the mirrors are not very good. And let me explain. So because of the convex nature, things are smaller than they normally would be in a regular mirror, in a flat mirror. So if things are more than 100 meters or 250, 300 feet behind you, they're very hard to see. You can see that there's a car behind you, but judging their closing speed is very difficult. And around here, people like to drive really, really fast. So I might be doing the speed limit, maybe a little bit faster. I might be doing 90, 100 on the highway, km an hour. But people may be coming up behind me at 140 or 150 kilometers an hour. And in that case, they're closing really, really fast. I might not spot them, and it's hard to tell how fast people are actually closing on you. So it can be a little bit of a dangerous situation. At night, again, on the highway, those sorts of situations, you can see a light behind you, you can tell somebody's behind you, but you don't know how fast they're closing. So you have to do your shoulder check, and on the highway, like trying to look completely behind you is kind of annoying. So if you like to ride on the highway, do not get these. But if you mainly ride off-road and you just want to ride in traffic, they're fantastic. So like I said, I've had them on here for 2 or 3 years now. I've dropped my bike a bunch of times. I've slammed through forest and trees. Never had them knock off, never had an issue with them at all. So the durability, thumbs up in that department. They're cheap, easy to install, durable, and the only real downside is if you ride on the highway. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share, and I hope it's been informative.